Hello, it's producer Diane, and they gave me a mic to tell you about our sponsor, Ana Luisa, for this episode. Ana Luisa is a jewelry company that designs pieces with a more beautiful story from beginning to end, starting with recycled materials whenever possible, transparent business practices always, and small batches that are kind to the earth. So this means that they're carbon neutral, and they have exceptional quality with a 365-day warranty. That's 1 year. Right? Yeah, math. And they have limited batches of their pieces, which actually ensures that the highest production standards are met while eliminating excessive waste. AKA, they don't make too much of something so that, some of it gets just dumped into trash. They try to make a little of it to ensure that people will buy it and go to happy homes. And today, Ana Luisa, once again, ANA space LUISA, wants to give us a 10% discount with the code REAL. Okay. This is great because not only are they giving you 10% off, but the prices start as low as $39 for pretty, quality standard jewelry. That hits all the marks for me because even looking on the site, I was looking at these earrings, these gold earrings and these gold rings. I used to always wear silver jewelry, but I've been trying to get on the gold movement just to add some warmth. And it's been kind of difficult to find ones that were simple enough for my taste. I could go with anything, everyday look. Because that's the only kind of look I wear, which is every day. No special day. And on top of that, they have new jewelry collections that are released every Friday. So something new every week. Yeah, and basically to sum it all up, check out Ana Luisa, guys. That's ANA space LUISA. Treat yourself and your loved ones to use our code REAL to get 10% off at analuisa.com/real. I absolutely recommend them. They're a great brand making beautiful, sustainable jewelry, so go check them out. Once again, analuisa.com/real. Code REAL. I'm for real. Okay, now back to Get Real. Okay, they're taking the mic away from me. Goodbye.
It's about to get real.
Hello, everybody, and welcome again to another episode of Get Real, hosted by me, BM,
me, Ashley,
and me,
Joan in the house, where we get honest about the ups and downs of young adulthood. But from our perspective, we are not joined by Peniel today because he has scheduling, but we are blessed to have Joan in the building.
Yay! She's back.
Yo.
I'm back.
And on today's episode, it's another special
Mail time special.
Yeah, super special. We're here to go through some questions you've asked us on Dive Studios Discord that we couldn't quite get around to in the past episodes. Interact with us on our socials at the Dive Studios. Leave us a comment when the full episodes go up at youtube.com/divepods. Follow the podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Leave a review on Apple Podcasts so more people can know about the show and join in on day fun. First user name B Leela. Hey, Get Real team. I'm a girl somebody that struggled to become friends with guys. There were times when I thought it's risky to become friends with one because they may take it the wrong way, perhaps. My question is, how do guys and girls interact together as friends without feeling for one or without becoming serious? I can be naturally serious at times, so instead I'd rather have fun talking to people. With girls, I feel like it's more of a deep life talk. And with guys, it's more of movie and action than sitting at a cafe, right? What are the pros and cons of being friends with one another?
I think I have both similar amount of guy friends and girlfriends.
Yeah.
And I feel like I get deep with both groups. There are some guys that like to sit around and just talk about life.
Yeah.
Matthew enjoys that too.
Yeah.
Just with a cup of drink and just getting deep and getting real. I guess it's more about the person and their personality and what they like, what their interests are. But it can be the other way around too. For girls, for maybe some girlfriends, it can be more of just hanging out, going shopping, hi girl, and not really getting deep. And some people might think it's easier to get real or get deep with the opposite gender because they think they won't judge as much or something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, how do you become friends with the opposite gender?
I don't know. I feel like it just happens naturally.
Yeah. Same.
How do you know? How do you see someone? well, in this case, opposite gender and think like I'm gonna be friends with that person, or like it's just gonna be pure friendship.
If they're cool. If you whack, I'm not trying to be your friend. No, I'm just kidding.
I never thought about it like that.
I mean, you think of it like that, then it's gonna be in your head.
Yeah.
But you need to just go into a relationship or like any type of encounter with another person with just like, what type of person are you? What do you like? Dope. Me too. We should be friends. It all depends on what you're looking for, I feel like.
I think personally for us, it's a bit easier because we grew up in church, and I feel like in church you become
brothers in Christ.
Yeah, brothers and sisters in Christ,
There you go.
right?
Hey, amen. Amen.
But people outside, people who have never experienced something like that, I know a lot of people struggle to become friends with the opposite sex because they don't know what that's like without having feelings for one another, you know, just pure friendship. Whereas it's easier for us to say these things and talk about these things because we're used to this at such a young age, like just being friends with other guys and girls. So I don't know, for someone who has trouble with this, I don't know what you could do.
I mean, at the end of the day, if you're trying to be friends with anyone of the opposite gender, just try to be friends. And if something sparks, something sparks. If something doesn't, you're still friends.
Yeah.
Pretty simple, I think.
Oh my God, that is so hard because you may be purely doing it out of love for the friend, just pure friendship, and that person might take it the wrong way and be like, oh, she or he has feelings for me.
Or just make it obvious. Oh my gosh, you're such a good friend. Such a good friend. Best friend.
Yeah.
You know? Not more than friends.
Yeah.
You know, just make it obvious.
Oh my
Remind them. Just friends.
I'm so grateful to have a friend like you.
Yeah.
You're such a special
I can't wait for you to get a girlfriend.
Friend.
Whoever dates you will be so lucky. Or is that leading them on? That could be
That
a
could
little
be.
bit,
Could
right?
be,
It's like,
yeah.
oh my gosh.
They might
You
think
have
like,
to let me know when you start dating somebody. Like, I don't know.
I like joking. You could be like, hey, whoever is, anyone will be lucky to have you. Anyone
you
besides me. I feel lucky already. Friends.
Hello, it's producer Diane, and I got my mic back real quick just to tell you about our sponsor for this episode, which is ExpressVPN. Okay, so I remember back in college, a friend of mine mentioned that the way he managed to figure out how to watch Breaking Bad the night it comes out without a cable subscription, because once again, we're in college, broke kids. But he did have a Netflix subscription that he shared with his family, was by using a VPN. And I was like, what is that? What do you mean? He's like, it makes it so that, I'm watching from a different country so that I get the episode on Netflix faster than everyone else. And I was like, boo-boo the fool, waiting a week or for however long it took to get online. And also, I always got like paranoid about like pirating sites because, like what if people see your business, like they're like, you're not supposed to be watching on this weird website with all these like ads popping up and stuff. Like, and I know most of you are probably thinking like, why don't you just use incognito mode? Well, let me tell you something. Incognito mode doesn't hide your activity. It doesn't matter what mode you use or how many times you clear your browsing history. Your internet service provider can still see every single website you've ever visited. So that's why, even when I'm home, I never go online without using ExpressVPN. It doesn't matter if you get your internet from Verizon or Comcast or whatever your local, internet provider is. ISPs in the US can legally sell your information to ad companies. Hello, privacy. ExpressVPN is an app that reroutes your internet connection through their secure servers so your ISP can't see the sites you visit. ExpressVPN also keeps all of your information secure by encrypting 100% of your data with the most powerful encryption available. Now, most of the time, I don't even realize I have ExpressVPN on. It runs seamlessly in the background and is so easy to use. All you have to do is tap one button and you're protected. ExpressVPN is available on all your devices, phones, computers, even your smart TV, so there's no excuse for you to not be able to use it. Protect your online activity today with a VPN rated #1 by CNET and Wired. Visit our exclusive link, expressvpn.com/getreal, and you can get an extra 3 months free on a 1-year package. That's expressvpn.com/getreal. expressvpn.com/getreal to learn more. And we love learning. Wait.
All right. Number 2 is from user Life is Lovely.
Lovely.
Ooh, are they lovely? Okay.
Lovely.
I think I only realize now why I gravitated towards ladies' code nowadays. I've always had terrible relationships with girls. My second to last relationship recently emailed me to brag about the fact that she found a boyfriend and didn't forget to remind me that he treats her way better than I did. Ew. But she and my last girlfriend had no problem cheating on me behind my back and then told me straight to my face they did that. So I basically yelled at her over emails that I couldn't care less about her boyfriend. I don't even want to talk to her. But she said that it was my fault both of my exes cheated. My question is, am I at fault? My friends who actually care keep telling me that I'm extremely kind, genuinely loving, highly intellectual, and righteously devoted, and it's admirable that I don't think harshly at everyone that hurt me. But my exes cheat on me like it's nothing. So the question is, am I handling everything wrong?
No.
You're handling one thing wrong.
What?
You going for the wrong girls.
Yeah. Yes.
I mean,
if your friends are the ones telling you that you're extremely kind, genuinely loving, highly intellectual, and righteously devoted, then you should take their word for it.
Perfect.
And not your ex's word,
right?
Blaming you that you're at fault for being cheated on. I think that is so mean.
Well, it's never your fault if the other person cheats on you. No, that's on them.
Yep.
And on them only. So don't blame yourself. And this person is so petty, emailing you and saying, I found a better boyfriend than you. Like, what the heck? That is such a childish behavior. Come on. That means she's not over you.
Yeah, she's harboring something.
Yeah.
She's
like still thinking about you.
Because why would you go out of your way to email? It's not even text, it's email.
Yeah.
You know? Just ignore her.
Ignore them all.
Find a nice girl.
Yeah, the right one will come to you. User 3. Daily songs for you. For context, they're from Germany. Hi, everyone. Sometimes I'm really disappointed and sad that my friends don't write to me or call me, etc. Like, I know everyone has their own life and so on, but at the same time, I think the right person is going to take time for you. If someone really wants, they can and will do it. Also, the thing is that for the past 2 years that I lived in the city called Ingolstadt. I'm so sorry. I know, Stephanie, I need you.
Ingolstadt.
Yes. Not a single friend of mine from Munich visited me. I was always the one who drove to Munich and to visit my friends and family. It hurts. Why do I have to run all the time after people? Or why does it feel like it? Of course, I can call and message them as well, and I do most of the time because they are important to me. But I don't want to be the only one that's putting effort into the relationship. I always say a day has 24 hours and a year has 365 days. So you can't tell me that you don't have 1 minute or 1 day time for me. Is it wrong to think so? And how do you solve those problems when you feel left out, lonely? Should I try to talk to them again or just move on and concentrate on myself, etc., and new people? I am so bad at keeping in touch with my friends from abroad. I think we're very lucky to live in a time where Instagram is available and Facebook, and we have messaging apps like Kakao. But usually I don't need to talk to my close friends every single day to know that I'm friends with them. Like, I don't talk to people for like 6 months and one day they would randomly FaceTime me saying that they miss me, or I would do the same. And then we talk for like 2 hours and then we don't talk again for like another month or two. And then it's like,
pick up right where you left off.
yeah. And so I think this really depends on the type of person you are. And if you want the extra communication, I think you should let your friends know that. Like you're like, oh, like how come you like even joke around, be like, how come you never text me? It's always me or something like that. I don't know. It's just I'm so not the type that text and calls and FaceTimes like every single day. I think it's different for everyone. I feel like you're really good at texting.
Not really.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe
I
you're
only
good
talk-
to me.
I only talk to the people that I always talk to. And with my friends back in the States, it is like once in a while. We'll just have a catch-up session once every now and then. Or I'll just respond to their Instagram stories or just ask them like, what's going on? But that's about it. If I had the time and the money and availability, I would fly out more often to see them. But we can't right now because of COVID-19 too. And it's just so far, like 14-hour flight. And it takes up a lot of time. But I think you should make the most of the city that you're living in right now and maybe make some new friends in that city as well. Because I don't know if you're permanently living there right now or just living there for a little bit and moving back to Munich. But while you're here in this new city, you should try to make the most of it and go out, meet some new people. And who knows, you might make a new bestie. So, yeah.
Yeah. I like that.
Well, user Ali Bibi says, "Hi, Get Real fam. Been listening to you guys since the quarantine. I've been enjoying every episode. I learned a lot from you guys, so I just want to thank you. You're welcome. And I would like to seek advice or tips on being a conversationalist because you guys are so great at it. I'm an awkward person, especially to new people. I think it also comes down to me being so reserved to the new people that I don't want to tell them anything personal. But I think I'm even more awkward to people who I'm just acquainted with because I know them, but not really. And if I bumped into them somewhere, I feel really awkward because I don't know how to spark a conversation. And if they start a conversation, I mostly give them close-ended answers. What do you think I need to do? This has been bothering me since before the pandemic, and I was planning on working on it last year, but then pandemic started and we're all stuck without a chance to meet people or to be with other people. So yes, a little help, please. Ha ha ha. A lot of people, even me, I feel like it all depends on who I meet. I feel like I go and vibe off of what type of vibe the other people I'm meeting have. So it really depends for me. So if I met you, I'd probably be hella awkward too. Cause like I just kind of do that. But that happens a lot for me too, like.
Really?
Yeah. Cause that's a very common attribute. I feel like, it's natural to when you meet someone new, it's kind of like.
I feel like, it might be awkward, but you keep trying.
Me?
Yeah.
I try.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully it breaks borders, but.
I feel like Joan's really good at going up to
Random
person
people
and just being like,
and
hey,
talking.
like,
Yeah, you are.
know?
You actually, yeah.
Thanks, guys.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Like if
very
I were at a
funny.
party, I wouldn't really go around and introduce myself or get to know other people because that's not something that I'm used to.
Yeah, you're
It's just-
shy.
Yeah,
She's so
like
shy.
For a more smaller group, it's easy for me to do that.
Yeah.
But when it's a large group of people and when it comes to like networking, it's really hard for me to be like, hello, my name is Ashley. Nice to meet you. And I'll just stay with the group of friends that I know. But I feel like Joan's really good at that. Just like
I've been trained.
Exactly.
Who trained you?
College.
Exactly.
Listen to the previous episode.
Go to college. Go to college, Ali. Bye-bye.
Yeah, I feel like it really, I don't know how it comes to me. If I went to a party for someone's birthday, I'd be like, oh my gosh, how do you know this person? If they give me a very close-ended answer, I'd be like, oh, cool. Me too, or something. I would try to make fun of the situation because I know how hard it is to be in conversations. I know what it's like to be in the corner and like not have a good time. So I want everyone to have a good time. Like on my birthday, like I feel like Ashley and I are both pretty good at this. We're making sure everyone's having a good time.
Yeah,
you
guys,
guys
go around.
you guys did do that.
On our birthday though, because I want everyone to have a good time, I like
You freak out.
focus too much on other people having a good time and I'm just like all over the place.
Oh,
Like, are you
really?
having a good time?
I
Are you having
know.
a good time? Good,
I'm
good,
always
good.
like, okay,
And I can't really
I
enjoy
can stop
myself.
now. Ashley will do this.
Yeah.
You guys were all over the place.
Yeah. But even for your birthday, I was like, oh my God, like, how do you know that? Like, it was
yeah,
fun.
yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
were.
Like, I
you
met
were.
your member for the first time, and I was like, oh my God, I heard so much about you.
Yeah.
Hello, it's producer Diane, and they gave me a mic to tell you about our sponsor, Ana Luisa, for this episode. And Luisa is a jewelry company that designs pieces with a more beautiful story from beginning to end, starting with recycled materials whenever possible, transparent business practices always, and small batches that are kind to the earth. So this means that they're carbon neutral and they have exceptional quality with a 365-day warranty. That's 1 year. Right? Yeah, math. And they have limited batches of their pieces, which actually ensures that the highest production standards are met while eliminating excessive waste. AKA, they don't make too much of something so that, some of it gets just dumped into trash. They try to make a little of it to ensure that people will buy it and it'll go to happy homes. And today, Ana Luisa, once again, ANA space LUISA, wants to give us a 10% discount with the code REAL. Okay. This is great because not only are they giving you 10% off, but the prices start as low as $39 for pretty, quality standard jewelry. That hits all the marks for me because even looking on the site, I was looking at these earrings, these gold earrings and these gold rings. I used to always wear silver jewelry, but I've been trying to get on the gold movement just to add some warmth. And it's been kind of difficult to find ones that were simple enough for my taste. I could go with anything, everyday look. Because that's the only kind of look I wear, which is every day. No special day. And on top of that, they have new jewelry collections that are released every Friday. So something new every week. Yeah, and basically, to sum it all up, check out Ana Luisa, guys. That's ANA space LUISA. Treat yourself and your loved ones to use our code REAL to get 10% off at analuisa.com/real. I absolutely recommend them. They're a great brand making beautiful, sustainable jewelry, so go check them out. Once again, analuisa.com/real. Code REAL. I'm for real. Okay, now back to Get Real. Okay, they're taking the mic away from me. Goodbye.
I don't know. I just like meeting new people. But Corona has been testing me. And I'm just like, oh, okay. Fine, whatever.
I mean, I feel like advice we could give to this person is one, I feel like don't go out of your way, I think. That's because that might make you a little bit,
How about
an anxious spot.
How about instead of giving closed-ended answers, respond and say, what about you?
Yeah.
How about you?
Yeah. Ask
a
the
question.
same question back.
Yeah. It's like the same question back and forth. Yeah, so what's your name? Oh, yeah.
How are
What's
you?
your name?
Good. How are you? Good. How are you?
I don't know. I think always following up with a question is good.
It is.
Yeah.
All right. User Kang River Kim says, hi, Ashley, BM, and Peniel, or in this case, Joan. I need advice about living alone in Seoul. To give some context, I am Korean, but I grew up in China and have been attending an international school since I was a toddler. Therefore, my Korean is really bad, like noticeably bad.
Your English is noticeably bad.
I am currently a freshman at Bernard College, but just because of COVID, I've had to do my freshman year in Seoul. I'm always completely separated from family because of visa stuff, so I'm essentially isolated and alone in Seoul. For a while, I've been okay because school is kind of hard and I've been grinding at that. But as someone who is extroverted, I really miss human interaction. What do you recommend doing in Seoul to meet other Kyopo/people? I have zero connections here, so it's hard to network. Thank you. Love the podcast. Thank you.
Wow.
Thursday party.
Itaewon. Hey, COVID.
Yeah.
But we can't
They're
because
all
of
like
we can't
COVID.
right
international
now.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not really Kyopos.
Oh my God, Ashley.
Thursday party is a chain bar.
Yeah, it's a chain bar.
They have games there and stuff, and it's where international foreigners come to network and socialize with Koreans and with each other.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Gets ratchet sometimes, though.
Yeah,
I'm not even
very
gonna lie. It
ratchet.
gets pretty ratchet.
Very ratchet. Yeah, so if you have zero connections, where to start?
Oh,
Tinder.
man.
Oh, no.
Is there like a Tinder for friends?
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
that's a good
Tinder.
idea.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh. No, a lot of people do meet on apps. And I think
No.
there's also again, I don't remember the word for the Facebook groups.
Yeah, there is.
In
There-
Korea?
People still use Korea. Yeah, Facebook is still big in
Right.
Korea.
Yeah, it is.
That I think a lot of people make friends via social media
Yeah.
too. They could reach out.
Uh-huh.
Man.
I think you should go to a bar where the owner or the bartender speaks English and just go there like every single day, become a regular, get to know that person, and then hopefully they can introduce you to other people that come to the bar that are also regulars. And it'll be less awkward because you may be a little buzzed, which makes it kind of easier
Liquid
to
courage.
talk and open up.
Yo.
That's one way to start if you have no idea. But if you're not a drinker, then that's hard too. So
Right.
I think
If you're not a drinker, go to the gym because there's a lot of people
like
connecting-
Matthew.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Matthew
At
and
the
his like
gym.
gym pictures
I'm
all
telling
the
you,
time.
everyone at my gym, all the trainers.
Really?
Yeah.
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 Try looking for a job. I mean, you have a strong asset because you can speak English.
Right.
And I feel like Korea loves English speakers. So
Yeah. You don't necessarily have to be good at Korean to teach English out here.
Yeah.
If anything, it's better for the person that's learning English because initially you want to speak more English and hear more English.
Mhm.
Mm.
And I feel like there might be a lot of Korean people who grew up in China and maybe like went to international school here in Korea too. So
If you speak Chinese,
mm.
that's even more money you can make, by the way.
Oh yeah.
I
That
think
too.
what do you recommend doing in Seoul to meet other Kyoposen people, not to make money?
Right
guess-
now it's
Find what your interests are. And try joining like a group or something like that. Because when I was doing the vegan challenge for a month, I was also a part of this like yoga challenge. And they had an actual group for it. So I know a lot of them like mingled and got to know each other better because they have the common interest and they would meet up and like eat vegan food together and do yoga together and hang out afterwards. I mean, I wasn't too dedicated to that, but I know the members were. So maybe find something that you're interested in or like a hobby that you like. And I mean, these days you can find so many different classes on Instagram and also just online. So you can maybe start by taking a class in like pottery or I don't know, whatever there is, candle making, and then you can meet other people. Oh, but they have to be kyopo. So like, yeah, look for like a
English speaking classes.
yeah, a class led by an English speaker or something like that.
It's
I
tough,
mean-
especially because of COVID.
Yeah.
you could send in an application to Dive Studios for like Chinese translation or something. Everyone's like, I don't know about that.
He's like looking at his watch.
From user Jinx918.
Jinx918. Do you set any dating rules when you're with someone?
Rules. I
That
don't know. That's so
Rules.
weird. Like, rule number 1, don't talk to any girls. Rule number 2, like, text me every morning.
Is that what
no.
you do?
No,
I'm
heck
kidding.
no. That's so weird.
I think there are some people who have like rules.
there may be unsaid rules, but to
Yeah.
officially make them rules, that sounds kind of, I don't know, controlling.
there's obvious rules. I feel like with any relationship,
Mm-hmm.
setting rules. I want to know like what type of rules they set. People who set rules in dating. Have
Oh
you
my
guys ever
God.
set rules in dating?
No, but
No.
I've heard of many experiences.
Yeah, like come on, hey, lay it down. Come on.
I mean, it's probably a toxic relationship. It's probably not a healthy one, but I know a lot of both guys and girls.
Yeah.
Their significant other tells them to never talk to girls. That's like the worst thing, like worst
Yeah.
case scenario.
Yeah.
To not talk to girls. It's stuff like that. Like never go to a party or a drinking place where there are other like opposite gender there.
Yeah.
You know, like pick up the phone whenever I call. Text me as soon as you wake up. Text me as when before bed, stuff like
Sheesh.
that. Red flags. There's so
I just
many red
remember
flags.
what you said about what Jelly said.
What?
To not be racist.
Oh yeah. yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. Like I don't want to date that.
I don't know. For me, I don't like dating a potty mouth. Like cursing every now and then is okay, but every word, especially if it's in Korean, they're like, oh, or like, I'm like, I don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
It sounds too vulgar.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know, I like curse once in a while too, but if every sentence that comes out of my mouth includes a profanity, I kind of get turned off by that. Yeah.
I kind of don't like it when my significant other is too touchy with the opposite sex.
Oh, not you, but other people.
Yeah.
Of
Like,
course.
yeah, of
That's
course.
kind of like, I'm just like, you had to rub his hand while you were talking to him like that. Like,
Oh, my ex was like that.
Yeah.
And I would get mad all the time because he was very touchy with other girls, and he's just like, no, we're just friends. But I'm like, well, I don't like it.
huh.
And he'd be like, I'm just a friendly person, you know? Just like,
Hee hee ha ha. Yeah, you guys got the same joke, but you guys had to hug after that. Like, what?
yeah.
It's pretty obvious.
good? Are
I
we
mean,
good
this is
at this
pretty
one?
like standards are pretty standard for everybody.
Like,
I
don't
feel
cheat.
Don't cheat.
Respond when you can.
Be kind to the weaker people and elderly.
Yes.
Did you have someone that wasn't?
No, not really. Oh, actually, yeah. I've had an experience. They were
Yeah.
very rude to like parking attendants and stuff like that. Yeah.
I don't like that. User Small Jazz, small with an O, says,
Small.
hello. I want to ask what your opinion is on this story. So my older brother, 18 years old, and his friend that's a girl, 18 years old, text and FaceTimes each other every day and night. My brother already said that they are just talking, but in my eyes, they are more than just talking. They want to date after he gets out of basic training for the military. Ooh. It seems to me that they are borderline dating. They go on gym dates, as me and my sister like to call it. He even wants to take her dad out for lunch and dinner. Oh, that's a big one. He even met her dad, and she met our dad. They even have matching bracelets.
Oh.
He even plays the guitar for her. I'm not sure how we're just talking works out. All I know is I think they are just dating, but it's not official yet. What do you guys think of this? Do you think they are dating or not? Thank you. Yes, they are. They're dating.
I
You are
don't
correct,
know.
Small Jazz.
I kind of want to
Say they're
say
not.
the other at the same time, because
Elaborate.
if your brother doesn't confirm it,
Mhm.
he's still like unsure then.
Perhaps.
Yeah. So maybe they're not 100% dating, but they have feelings for each other, but they just haven't had the talk yet. And that's why they're not,
That they're basically a thing.
yeah, they're a
They're
thing.
basically dating. They
Yeah.
just want to date after he gets out of the basic training for the military, but they
Right.
kind of already started.
Right.
Yeah.
So I would say, like, take your brother's word for it, but also, like, I don't know.
I mean-
Unless they say it, I want to take their word for it.
Yeah. I mean, whether or not they are or aren't really doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm.
feel like just
Yeah. If they are a thing, then good
get
for
your
them.
girl. You know what I mean? Go and get your girl.
How romantic playing
Yeah.
the guitar
Oh my
for her.
gosh.
I think I like having that.
The title?
I mean, I like to know. I would like for it to be confirmed. I don't want to be confused. I don't want to be like, is this a thing? Like, are we a thing? Are we an item? Are we an item? You know, so like, are we not? are we? Are
We're
we?
just playing.
Yeah.
I was like, what's the next
We're
lyric?
just friends.
What
you know, I
are
don't
you
want that.
doing?
Wrong. What are you saying?
Say-
Oh my god. Oops, my bad. Okay. Sorry, Justin Bieber.
Exactly. But I mean, I'm not gonna say that first day or first week into talking. I'm not gonna be
Right.
like, "Are you my boyfriend?" But I would like for it to be established, and I would
Yeah.
like for us to be like, "Okay, we are exclusive."
The guitar would have been a good time for that, my guy.
Or tonight.
Excuse the interruption, but y'all know what time it is. It's ad time. Let's go. And we're talking about our sponsor, BetterHelp. What's BetterHelp? You must be new, but that's okay. We welcome any and all, so we'll explain. BetterHelp is a platform where you can match and speak with a professional from the comfort of your home, all within 48 hours of registering. They have options for financial aid and testimonials from those who have used the service themselves. And if you're vibing with a chosen counselor, BetterHelp lets you switch over to someone new for free. They want to help you find the right person to talk to. And feeling like, Whoever I'm talking to is actually listening to what I'm saying is so helpful to me, processing whatever I'm going through. Whether it's I'm stressed out about a new song I'm working on, or honestly, even if I'm just doing pretty okay. It's always nice to check in with yourself like that. I want you to start living a happier life today. As a listener, you'll get 10% off of your first month by visiting our sponsor at betterhelp.com/getreal10. Join over 1 million people who have taken charge of their mental health. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/getreal10. Okay, now back to the episode.
Okay, so there actually is a Reddit page which is super popular called Am I the Asshole? I've never heard of this. Have you?
No.
But very interesting. So the next couple of questions are from that Am I the Asshole thread? Oh,
okay.
These are super viral. Okay. User Big Jelly Belly says, last night my friends hosted UFC and I was invited. He got a 6-foot party sub. What is that?
Like a Subway sandwich?
Oh, okay. I also
Whoa.
brought homemade wings that are sort of my specialty.
Mm.
Well, of course, people flocked to the food, and I had basically one serving of the sandwich. But people devoured my wings, and I didn't even get to have a single one, which is totally fine. That's why I brought them, but maybe an hour later, I was starving. I kept eyeing the sandwich, and I'd say there was about 3 feet of it left. I waited an hour, then another half hour, and no one had touched it, but they were still munching on chips, pretzels, and whatnot. So I was like, screw it. I took about half of what was left and ate it. Then the last half sat for another 10 to 15 minutes, and no one said anything, so I ate the rest. As I was swallowing the last bite, the host's girlfriend asked where the sandwich was. Like I was the guilty party, pretty much everyone pointed at me. I guess they noticed me eating the sandwich. She was furious and said that I was an incredible pig and that I had been super selfish to eat 3 feet of a sandwich. I felt so bad. I tried to explain to her that I really did wait over an hour and thought people had lost interest. I also tried to explain how everyone had ate my wings, and she said something along the lines of, you brought them to share, Alan. If someone had eaten over half by themselves, that's not sharing, is it? I offered to order pizza or even go get Subways, and she said that it was a pathetic offer because the party sub had been from a local shop owned by her friends. I said I was sorry, but the night was so tense from then on out. I woke up this morning to several texts from my twin sisters, the host's girlfriend's best friends, saying that I had to get my under control and that everyone is really mad at me and that I embarrassed myself last night. I tried to explain to them what my mindset had been, and they haven't responded. Was I the asshole for eating that much of the sandwich last
No.
No. What
No.
the hell?
You waited. You gave everyone an opportunity to go for the sandwiches if that's what they wanted.
And they ate your wings.
Yeah.
And the host's girlfriend, I think she went overboard. Like, you didn't have to be that mean.
You call someone a pig, an incredible
that's
pig.
so rude.
No, they were the a-hole.
Yeah.
For
They
not.
offered to order pizza. I feel like, and they said the party was the party was basically ruined because the night was so tense from then on out. If she didn't overreact, if she didn't call him a pig in front of everyone, I don't think that would have happened. So the host's girlfriend should have done better.
But the party was already not doing well because the guests were starving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The host.
Yeah.
Guess well.
Why
if
are
you're
you
trying
gonna
to
call
have
someone a pig?
Yeah,
That's whack.
that's really
Come on.
mean.
You a host of the party. Invest more into the food. Some people got big appetites.
Yo, seriously.
Yeah.
You should have had
That's
2 of those
mean.
6-foot Subway sandwich
Yeah,
thingies.
that's mean. That's real mean. You shouldn't call someone a pig.
Hmm.
But then what?
Oh man. No, you not an asshole for
Yes.
eating that much of the sandwich last night. No.
Nope.
Yeah.
I would have been a
hell?
bitch and ate more.
Inappropriate dress 77 asked, so my son had a long distance girlfriend recently for about 2 years. She was great, a really nice girl, and we all loved her and welcomed her with open arms. She was flying here constantly to visit him, and he didn't lift a finger to go visit her. I tried talking to him about it several times and told him he should really start looking into flying over to her instead of expecting her to do all the traveling. He said no. And my wife probably had something to do with it, as she constantly told him she was afraid of him flying. I spoke to them both and said this girl is great for him. She was willing to move over to our country too, but said there was one condition, and that was he'd have to fly over to her country too, which is fair enough. He said no. He didn't want to fly or travel anywhere. My son was becoming lazier and lazier, eventually telling his girlfriend and us that he was perfectly fine never traveling anywhere, including holidays. Last week, he told us she dumped him. I went on her Facebook page as we're all still friends. She wrote us an apology letter about how she's upset it didn't work out, but these things happen, so we're on good terms. And looks like she's with a new guy already. Me and my wife have no doubt she was seeing him while still in a relationship with my son. I confessed to them both that I actually agree with her decision and he should have expected it. He did not treat her properly, and I hope he learns lessons for the next one because he needs to make more of an effort. I said he deserves it for his lack of effort in the relationship and for essentially just allowing this girl to spend all her money and time coming here all the time. Wife and son are very upset that I said this, very, very upset, and my wife says I am being horrible. I stand by what I said. Am I the
I
a-hole?
like this father.
Yeah.
I like this dad.
feel like you are a very level-headed person, Mr. Father.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I feel like it was
Anyways.
very fair of him to say what he
Right.
said.
It's good because usually I feel like in this situation, the parents would always take their children's side.
Mhm.
But then he was being very level-headed
Mhm.
and he was seeing it from both sides. And he did approach his son asking him to visit his girlfriend,
Yeah.
but he still didn't. So I don't think you did anything wrong here.
Stand by what you said, Mr.
Yeah.
Father.
I mean, if he was genuinely afraid of flying, if he had a phobia of
Right.
flying, I would understand. But he was just lazy, right? Which is not acceptable.
Yeah, it says my son was becoming lazier and lazier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My
Like-
parents never liked my exes, but they still made an effort to eat with us and be kind to us. But they were never happy
Mm.
with who I was dating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My parents don't know who I dated. I like to keep it
On the low.
yeah, until it's like super official. I don't want
Mm.
them to like get to know somebody that might not become the person that I'll stay with, if that
Mhm.
makes
Yeah.
sense. So yeah, they don't know.
My dad never really cared.
Mm-hmm.
My mom hated me and my brothers, all of our
All of
girlfriends.
them?
Yeah. All of them.
I
She was not ready to let that happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know if that was what the reason was or what the reason was in general, but maybe she just didn't see, you know what I mean? Because it's like mama's boy is like, you know, you need the best of the best type thing. I'm sure that's what it was. I think it's pretty similar for daddy's girl too.
Korea, until you have the 상견례, a lot of people, until you have 상견례, which is meeting, parents meeting each other for the first time,
Yeah.
officially to say, you know, we're getting married and we're introducing each other as family. I know a lot of people who don't introduce their significant others to their parents. It's like a
That's common.
separate thing. They're very private with that kind of stuff.
I agree.
Whereas even Koreans in Western society, like in New York or whatever, in America, I would see my friends' family going on trips together with the significant other,
Yeah.
you know, inviting them over to the house.
Yeah, I
It
see
was more of like a casual thing.
that.
But I'd never see that happening in Korea.
Sometimes.
I mean, there might be, open-minded
Yeah.
parents, but
Usually when it's really, really serious.
mm.
But if not, not too common.
But I feel like while I am dating that person, before I make the decision to like, you know, marry this person, I feel like I would want to introduce him to my parents because I feel like they have a better sense of judgment. They're better at discerning people.
Yeah.
And I feel like I would take into consideration what my parents said to a certain extent. It's not going to be like, I'm going to break up with them if they're like break up, but I would like to hear what they think about my potential spouse, you know?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know, because my mom hated all my girlfriends. So I'm just thinking like, all right, is this for life or is this like, do I just have a bad eye for? I personally think I have an okay eye for girls.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, my dad is usually the type to be like, man, make choice, man, take responsibility. You know what I mean? My mom's like, that. I've taken responsibility for everything you've done. So
Wow.
that makes sense.
That's so weird because my mom always likes all of my brother's girlfriends.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's probably like, oh, she's so nice. Like,
Yeah.
how did, I don't know.
How did you
So
end up with him?
But like all my brother's girlfriends were very good to my parents.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they would always bring food and like buy
Wow.
gifts. So I think that's why my parents really appreciated them.
Nice.
I've never met a significant other's parents.
I have.
Yeah, I just
Yeah,
don't take it too seriously.
I think
Yeah.
I've met every single one of my ex's parents
Oh,
and
wow.
got pretty close and intimate. So it's harder when you break up because
Yeah.
you're like, damn, like
Oh man, let me think. I was close to a couple of them.
mhm.
The first, I think it was like the first or second time I ever met my girlfriend's parents. Well, actually, she wasn't even my girlfriend. She was just a girl that I was trying to take out on our first date.
Mhm.
I went to her house. Her parents said, "Bring him." Yeah.
Bring him.
I was like, you told your parents that we're going on a first date? She was like, yeah, I told them everything. I was like, respect, okay. So I went, and Mr. Was there, and he was like, so you're Matthew, huh? I was like, yes, sir. It's like, have her home by 10.
Oh, it's like those movies.
9:50. You got it. You got it, sir. Everything. What did you want? You want me to bring you back something? You hear me? I was like, dang, okay. Like the father was very, very, he was protective, as he should be. As he should be.
Wow.
But that was scary. I was scared. Like her cousins, her mom was there, but like her mom wasn't really all that like, delighted to meet me too.
Mm.
Her dad looked pissed at me for some reason. I think it was to instill fear. He succeeded. I was a freshman in high school. I was like,
Aw.
yeah, I was young.
You're a
Or maybe I was
baby.
a sophomore. I don't remember. Anyways,
Aw.
either way, I was still really young. I was like, no.
All right. These were some interesting questions and stories shared with us. So thank you so much. I definitely got to go read more of the Am I the Asshole thread because
Yeah.
it is very interesting. All right. So, Joan, thank you once again for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Joan. You're
All
best,
right.
Joan.
And stay updated on the show on Instagram and Twitter at The Dive Studios. And full episodes will be up very soon on youtube.com/divepods. So even if you listen to this podcast through Spotify or Apple Podcasts, make sure to stream it again on YouTube because you get to see our faces.
Gracious.
Once again, follow and review this podcast. And thank you everyone for listening.
Thank you.
Say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Say goodbye. Oh, yeah. Listen to BM's mindset. It's a good mindset.
Oh, wow.
Got a lot of insight on it for people who are going through life, which is everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, did you like this video? If so, click the subscribe button.
And make sure to turn on your notifications so you don't miss a single video.
And listen to the entire audio episode on Spotify or Apple Podcasts.